Hello and welcome back to the channel where flavor knows no borders. This is Food Around Me.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our food tour here in Vietnam. I've been eating so many amazing Vietnamese dishes, but today we are trying something from another part of the world that's become a street food classic here. We are talking about takoyaki, those delicious Japanese octopus balls made on the streets of Vietnam. The magic of takoyaki starts with the chef. The vendor pours a simple batter into a special pan with round molds. Inside, they add a small piece of octopus. With incredible skill, they flip these little balls over and over until they are perfectly golden brown and crispy on the outside, while still being soft and creamy on the inside. The real fun is in the toppings. The hot takoyaki are put into a small tray and topped with a savory Japanese-style sauce, a drizzle of mayonnaise, and a generous sprinkle of bonito flakes. The combination of the hot, creamy takoyaki and the salty, umami toppings is a perfect explosion of flavor. What's so amazing is that this is a classic Japanese dish, but it feels so perfectly at home in Vietnam's street food scene. It's a testament to how Vietnamese food culture and take a classic from another country and give it a local touch, making it their own. Takoyaki is a delicious, fun, and satisfying snack. It's a perfect example of how food is a universal language, and you have to try it. We are in the vibrant city of Saigon, Vietnam, and we are trying a dish that is a true icon of comfort food. We are talking about bun rieu, or Vietnamese crab noodle soup. This dish has some ingredients that might surprise you, but it's a delicious and unforgettable experience. The magic of bun rieu starts with the broth. It's a beautiful, light tomato-based broth that is tangy and savory. Into that, we add a beautiful swirl of crab paste, which gives the soup a rich, incredible flavor. Then you have the fresh rice vermicelli noodles. Bun rieu is a perfect example of Saigon's culinary genius. It's a delicious, complex, and heartwarming meal that you have to try. Have you ever sat in the heart of Saigon, listening to the sizzling sound of a small cast iron pan, while in front of you is a breakfast that feels both familiar and unique? Boni steak pan? This is not just food. For many generations, it has been nothing less than a morning ritual. A hot cast iron pan with sunny side up eggs, a thin but juicy steak soaking in sauce, a rich spread of pate, bright red sausages, sometimes even crispy golden fries. All arranged neatly, bubbling, filling the alley with a smell that wakes up the neighborhood, and of course, there is the crusty French baguette on the side, the weapon you use to tear, dip, sandwich, and wipe clean every last drop of sauce. At first glance, it looks like a Western-style breakfast. But in reality, it is pure Saigon-style, affordable, streetwise, and very filling. In America or Europe, steak is usually eaten with fork and knife, slowly, politely. But here? Fork and knife exist, but most people simply smash the egg with a spoon, tear the bread, and dip straight into the sauce. Interestingly, Boni steak pan appeared during the French colonial period, when locals learned to eat steak and pate. But instead of keeping it fully European, Saigon transformed it into a street food dish that anyone could enjoy without stepping into a fancy restaurant. The small cast iron pan keeps the heat and makes the dish look dramatic. That sizzling sound is actually a genius marketing strategy. When you pass by a stall and hear it, your stomach instantly growls. Another funny thing, Americans often ask, why not just put everything on a plate? But the little cast iron pan makes all the difference. It is hot, it holds the flavors, and it makes you feel like you are eating something far more important than just breakfast. And honestly, this dish is heavier than you think. One full pan gives you protein, fat, and carbs, enough energy for half a day. But the soul of Boni steak pan is not only nutrition. It is about the street vibe, sitting on a small plastic chair, with a sizzling pan in front of you in a tiny shop while motorbikes roar outside, and in your mouth is a taste that is French, Vietnamese, and We've found a street food masterpiece. We are talking about Chengio Hio Ki, or roasted pork hock. This dish is a perfect blend of crispy skin and tender, juicy meat, and it's a must-try for any food lover. The first thing you notice is the skin. It's a beautiful, golden brown color, and it's so incredibly crispy, you can hear the crackling sound when you slice into it. It's the perfect part of the dish. But the magic doesn't stop there. Underneath that crispy skin is meat that is so tender, succulent, and juicy. It's been roasted for hours, allowing the meat to cook to perfection and absorb all the wonderful flavors. The contrast between the crispy skin and the soft, melt-in-your-mouth meat is what makes this dish so unforgettable. This isn't just a meal, it's a communal experience. It's a dish you share with friends and family, and it's a perfect example of Saigon's vibrant street food scene. Chinjio is a delicious, visually stunning, and deeply satisfying dish. You have to try it. We've all heard of the classic Boni, but today, we are in Saigon and we found a dish that is a complete culinary invention. We are talking about baguette with crab roe and cheesy sauce. The magic of this dish is its modern, indulgent twist. It all starts with a warm, crispy Vietnamese baguette. But inside, you get a beautiful mix of rich, oceanic crab roe, which is the heart of the flavor. That's all mixed together with a special creamy, luscious cheese sauce. This isn't your average breakfast. The rich, savory crab roe and the creamy cheese sauce are a perfect combination. It's a testament to Saigon's endless creativity. The vendor carefully toasts the bread, then fills it with this magical mix, making a simple baguette into a gourmet street food. It's a delicious and unforgettable taste of the city's modern food scene. This dish is a flavor explosion, a perfect example of Saigon's culinary genius. It's a delicious, unique, and deeply satisfying meal that you have to try. In America, we have sandwiches, but in Saigon, they have a baguette with crab roe and cheese sauce. In Saigon, there's a dish so bold that just passing by will make you stop in your tracks because of its unforgettable aroma. That dish is bun MDM, a noodle soup that captures the essence of southern Vietnam, rich, unapologetic, and never watered down for the faint of heart. Bun Mam comes from the Mekong Delta, but when it reached Saigon it gained a new character, vibrant street style and down-to-earth, while still keeping its powerful taste. The broth is made from fermented fish such as lin or sackfish. Lemongrass chili and coconut water are added to soften the salty edge and create an aroma that is both strong and subtly sweet. A proper Saigon bun mam is packed with toppings: red tiger prawns, crunchy squid, tender fish fillet, and crispy roasted pork. Next to it is always a large basket of fresh greens with water, lily stems, bitter herbs, basil, and bean sprouts balancing the richness of the broth. The interesting thing is that bun mam is not for the faint of heart. The smell may shock you at first, but once you try you might get addicted without realizing it. Saigonese people often joke, you want to test your courage, eat bun mam at noon under the hot sun with a few slices of burning chili. Saigon street bun mam is not just food, it is a declaration of taste, daring, strong, and different. Once you sit on the sidewalk and sip the thick broth, you will understand why even the toughest diners nod in approval. In Hanoi, among hundreds of famous dishes, there is one name that makes people crave just by hearing it: Vandon roasted duck. Golden crispy skin, tender sweet meat, and an aroma that spreads across the street. No wonder this dish is called the culinary pride of Hanoi. Vandon roasted duck comes from Vandon village, once part of Old Ha K, and now it has become a street food icon of Hanoi. The cooks choose plump ducks, marinate them with more than 10 spices, such as ginger, garlic, lemongrass, and honey, then roast them slowly over charcoal for hours. The mastery lies in the skin, which is shiny, golden, and crispy, while the meat inside remains juicy and naturally sweet. The dipping sauce is made from ginger fish sauce with a touch of sugar and lime. It is salty, sour, sweet, and spicy all at once, exploding on the tongue. Sitting at a small street stall ordering half a roasted duck with rice, vermicelli, or fresh herbs, just one bite is enough to understand why this dish wins the heart of both locals and even the most demanding tourists. Have you ever tried Vandon roasted duck? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If not, would you dare to taste that golden crispy skin? If pho is the national soul of Hanoi, then Saigon surprises visitors with street foods that are humble yet full of flavor. Among them, two legendary names stand out: grilled pork skewer boni mi and braised offal dish pho lao. On small streets, the smell of grilled pork skewers spreads through the air. Pieces of pork are marinated with sweet, salty, and spicy flavors, skewered on bamboo sticks and roasted over red charcoal. Put into a crispy boni mi with pickled vegetables, herbs, and chili sauce, it becomes a humble yet addictive meal. Pho lao tells a different story. It is made from beef or pork offal, cleaned carefully, then braised with coconut milk and 5-spice powder. The golden tender pieces are rich and fatty, served with tamarind fish sauce or dipped with warm bread, filling the mouth with deep flavor. Whether it is the simple grilled skewer boni mi or the rich pho lao, both reflect the spirit of Saigon street food: fast, tasty, and unforgettable. No fancy setting is needed, just a plastic chair. Saigon is the city that never sleeps, and that spirit also applies to its food. Among thousands of choices, one experience excites everyone: seafood buffet. A place where you can enjoy unlimited shrimp, crab, oysters, and more without worrying about the price. Enter a seafood buffet in Saigon, and you will be amazed by the fresh display. Lobsters rest on ice, scallops line up in trays, octopus looks plump, and crabs glow with bright red roe. Just pick your favorite and the chef cooks it right there: steamed, grilled, stir-fried, or hot pot. The joy of a seafood buffet is not only the variety, but also the feeling of no limits. Sitting in the lively space, picking hot seafood pieces, dipping them into spicy sauce, it feels like the ocean itself is bursting with flavor on your tongue. Saigon people love seafood buffet because it brings together many things. It is stylish yet comfortable, unlimited in food, and reflects the generous spirit of the city. Eat to the fullest and enjoy to the max. With friends or family, a seafood buffet is a true celebration. When people think of American seafood, they often imagine something huge: Maine lobsters weighing a kilo, Alaskan king crab as big as half an arm, or raw oysters served with lemon and wine. Everything feels grand, expensive, and served in elegant spaces. Eating seafood in America is like attending a ceremony, formal and full of show. Vietnam seafood carries a totally different flavor. At simple seaside stalls, you sit on plastic chairs and enjoy steamed crabs with beer, grilled squid with chili, or clams roasted with onion oil. The dishes are not complicated, but they are fresh, spicy, and full of ocean taste. Eating seafood in Vietnam is about fun, laughter, and sharing with friends.